finally have an example of a really good, I finally have a really good example of what it will look like to use AI to help you analyze your own work. So you've already written something and you want to use what you wrote over here to respond to an assignment that's over here, how you can use AI to help you use your own writing so that you're not plagiarizing anything, and it will kind of parse your writing for you, and then help you with the new thing that you're working on. So we're going to dive in, and this is going to be an essay that I had to write previously, and then a discussion post in which I have to answer some questions about the essay that I wrote. So I'm going to turn the essay that I wrote into a document that AI can access, and I'm going to have it access my document and then help me do my discussion post based on the document that I wrote. And this will help me take this discussion post that normally would probably take me 30 to 45 minutes or so, because I would have to read my essay and think about it for a while before responding. This will take it down to maybe a 10 to 15 minute assignment. And so this is going to save me at least a half an hour through the course of my day, and maybe more than that. And the better you get at this, the faster it'll be able to go. So we're going to dive in and see what it looks like to use your own writing in AI to help you do future assignments. Okay. So here we are. What I have open here is the folder. Let me go ahead and go. This is my main folder in my AI drive. If you don't know how to use my AI drive, I have another video about that. Just go check that out, and it'll kind of walk you through how to get started with it and what it can be helpful for. But this is my AI drive main folder, and the essay that I wrote is for my assessment class, and that's also the class that my discussion is for. So I'm going to go into my folder for that class, and I'm going to put my essay that I wrote for this class into this folder as a PDF so that I can access it, so that ChatGPT can access my paper. So let's go to my paper. It was a review of a journal article, and it's 5 pages of actual content, right? And so if I were going to read through this and parse through it, it would take me some time. But we're going to turn this into a PDF and let AI help us. So a lot of you probably know how to do this already, but just in case you don't, once you're in Word, you pull up your document, come up here to File, go to Export, and then it'll say Create PDF right here. There's a couple different ways to do this, but this is the kind of the quick and easy way. All right, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just save this right into the folder that the original article is in, and hit publish right here. And it says publish because PDFs are published. It's technically published. That's what it's called once you can't edit it anymore. This is probably going to ask me if I want to overwrite this, because I had done this before I made the video. Yes, I want to go ahead and replace it. All right, so I've saved it as a PDF in the folder where the original was. It's going to want to open up OneDrive for me so I can see it, and I don't want to do that. I'm just going to close it. All right, so here we go. Now I need to add it into here. So new file upload, and here it is, article review number 1, open. Okay, it's going to put it in, and it's going to start indexing, and that just means it's like reading it. It's the AI people reading it, right? Not people, but the machine. So it's going to take a few seconds for it to process all of the words that are in it and make sure that it knows what it says. So I'm going to let it do its thing because I don't want to be working with a partial document. While that is working, I'm going to come over here and minimize my essay and come back to my discussion prompt, which is right here. So for this discussion, the professor wants us to share the topic of the review that we did, what the implications are of that research, and what was our main takeaway from the article. If you go into AI and tell ChatGPT to do this, and you link your document, it's going to give you something that is a plagiarized response. That is not what we want. Please don't just tell ChatGPT to write a discussion post for you. First of all, it's not going to be in your own words, and people can tell. Your professor can likely tell that it's not in your own words. And it's a really good way to get kicked out of college, so let's not do that. But there is a great way to do this that's actually going to bring your own writing to life for you, and it's a great way to try and re-solidify concepts that you had previously learned. All right, so here we go. It finished its job. We're going to come in here, I'm going to click on these little three dots and click copy to ChatGPT. There. All right. Oh, it has a previous prompt in here. I don't want that. And it actually, if you noticed, was just this. But that's not what I want to say. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to say to ChatGPT, I need to draft a discussion board post. This is me saying I need to, not you need to. A discussion board post that responds to 3 prompts using the information found in this linked document. Please use, I like to be nice to ChatGPT and say please use the linked, nope, let's just do this because I want, let's see, using the linked document, provide to me, let's be grammatically correct, a basic outline for my discussion post that includes specific quotes from the linked document that can be used to respond to each prompt. Here are the 3 prompts. All right, and here are my prompts over here. So I'm just going to copy them in, but I'll probably adjust them a little bit. Briefly share, describe the topic of the article discussed in the linked document. Okay, what are the implications of the research discussed in the article? And what is your main takeaway from the article discussed in the document? All right, so those are the 3 prompts. And I've already told it I'm writing a discussion post. What I want it to give to me is an outline for my post and some specific quotes from the document that can be used to respond to each prompt. And actually that includes, let's see, a basic outline that includes at least 10 specific quotes from the document that can be used to respond to each prompt. Let's say I only want 4 quotes that can be useful for each of the prompts. All right, and here's my 3 prompts. Why does it want me to write out that word? Because it thinks I want APA 7. Okay. All right, so this looks good. This looks like a good prompt to use. Provide me with. All right, it's gonna have me change my grammar. Okay, save and copy. Here we go. Yes, I want to go to my AI, and here it goes. And then I'm gonna have to paste it in. That is Control V. For those who don't know, Control V will paste it in. All right, here we go. Let's see what it comes up with. Here's a basic outline for your post. Describe the topic of the article. Topic. All right, and that is a direct quote, I think, from my paper. The study focuses on how this increased self-awareness affects their clinical practice. What are the implications? And a quote. And another quote. But this is not enough. This outline includes specific points and quotes that align with the prompt. You can use them to draft your response. This is a good start. It's not quite thorough enough. I want at least 4 quotes for each of the 3 prompts. Okay, there we go. Topic summary. I like this better. Topic summary. The article explores how internal family systems helps novice therapists develop self-awareness and improve their clinical effectiveness. That is accurate. And so I'm not using this exact sentence, right? I'm gonna use my own words, but this is a really good place to start. That's a concise way to say what the topic is. So I will change the words and make it my own, but that's accurate. And then several quotes. The study focuses on how increased self-awareness affects their practice. The researchers explore how IFS helps beginning therapists become more attuned to their processes and enhances their effectiveness. Assumes that, yes, the literature review also emphasizes the focus on internal experience. Yeah, so these are great quotes that I can use. What are the implications of the research discussed? The research suggests that increasing self-awareness in novice therapists through IFS therapy can improve therapeutic effectiveness, strengthen therapist-client relationships, and prevent personal biases from influencing therapy sessions. That is a fantastic synopsis sentence of the 3 primary things that the IFS therapy did for these therapists. That's an excellent sentence. I will change this into my own words. We are not here to plagiarize, but that is a good synopsis. And then they give me 4 quotes that I wrote already in my own words that support this. Therapists who managed their internal parts felt more centered and in control, which strengthened therapeutic relationships and allowed for more authentic engagement. Perfect. The study highlighted the role of self-awareness in preventing personal biases. Perfect, right? So these quotes tie back to what it tells me the implications are. If I pulled that essay up and I read it, all of this would be in there. But it would take me a lot of brain power and a lot of time to go, oh yeah, the implications, okay, and find quotes to use and choose which ones to use. That's a lot of work, it's helpful work. I mean, it's not like it's bad work. Everything that they assign you to do is helpful, but oh my gosh, this helps so much. It's like having an assistant who goes, here's your essay, here's all the quotes that are relevant for this. It's very similar to what I do as a graduate assistant doing research for my professors. All right, quote 3, increased self-awareness was crucial for professional development, linked to better and more successful client outcomes. Yep. Main takeaway. The main takeaway is the crucial role of self-leadership and the ability of novice therapists to manage their internal processes, leading to improved therapy outcomes, greater professional development, and a reduction of personal biases. All right, and then there's some quotes. Self-leadership helps therapists handle complex sessions and manage biases. Yes, therapists noted increased awareness of their emotional reactions, helping them maintain a more mindful and effective presence. Excellent. Yes, the results reinforce the idea that when therapists are more self-aware, they can create a safer and more supportive environment for their clients. Perfect. This expanded outline should provide a comprehensive framework for your post while incorporating quotes. Yep, and it does exactly that. So this is an excellent place to start. So then I would just come over here to my discussion, and you can see I've already done this once before I recorded the video. And this is what I ended up coming up with. And I wrote in my own words, but I used my quotes. I didn't directly re-quote myself, right? You can see I didn't. I paraphrased and summarized, but I used my quotes just to help me remember those concepts, remember what I wrote, and put it into words that are better for a discussion post. The article I reviewed looked at the potential benefits of having marriage and family therapy students, and I remembered that once I read this, personally undergo therapy using internal family systems as the treatment method. IFS therapy is based on a natural multiplicity of the mind. That wasn't pulled from here, but again, once I read these quotes, I was like, oh yeah, I remember now what all of this was about. It focuses on discovering distinct parts of your personality and learning to bring them under the leadership of the self, yada yada. Implications. The research indicates that this therapy can boost the self-awareness of new therapists. The participants reported better recognition of their individual parts and management of their overall internal processes during client sessions, yada, yada, yada. What is my main takeaway? The main takeaway here is that self-awareness can be a major contributing factor to the effectiveness of therapy and should be a top priority for new therapists. Okay, and so I used this to trigger my memory of what I did in the essay. And if this over here was a different essay or a different type of assignment, you could, I wouldn't say re-quote yourself directly. You'd have to check with your professor on that. Some professors are not super thrilled with the idea of you citing yourself in work from previous classes. If you have a published paper and you want to cite yourself from your published paper, of course, you're allowed to do that. But in terms of using work you did for another class in this particular class, a lot of professors are They don't like you to do it. They don't want you to to reference yourself, right? If you are not a published author. However, what they're usually okay with is if the topic is similar and the research is the same. So any research I do on this topic, I can use for this class and this class over here, as long as that the research applies to both. And so to look at what you wrote from a different assignment, paraphrase it, summarize it, change it a little bit, and use that same information in an assignment for this class, there's nothing that stops you from doing that. It would be almost impossible, especially in a graduate program where you're really learning a lot of the same things over and over again. It would be almost impossible not to do that, honestly, because what you've learned over here is going to be valuable over here. So anyway, so if you're going to directly quote yourself, get your professor's clarification on whether they're okay with that or not, and then citing yourself. But generally, if you're gonna paraphrase, summarize, reword things to make it work. And so from the time that it's clear I did this assignment before I came in and recorded this video. I did it just like this, and I'll let you know that ChatGPT gave me different quotes and different summaries the first time I did this, but still very accurate, very relevant. I could have done this assignment using this just as easily. And so it gives me what I need in order to get this done. And so from the time that I turned it into a PDF, uploaded it into the system, had it answer my prompt, and then I did make an adjustment to get more quotes, just like I did as I recorded it here. And then I wrote this over here. The whole thing probably took me 15 minutes at the most on the outer edge, right? And it would have taken me probably 30 to 45 minutes and maybe more to do this from scratch, just with the article in front of me, reading it and trying to pull quotes and remember, and then construct a discussion. So I cut my time at least in half and maybe down by 30 minutes just by having AI give me a hand, right? There's nothing in this that's cheating. You're not plagiarizing. You're using your own information to answer a different to respond to a different assignment. So I hope that was helpful, just as a kind of review of how you can use AI to help you pull information from your own words that you've already written and use that to help in future assignments. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. If there's other tips you have, feel free to share those. And that's it. I'll see you next time.